What's up, dude?
And what's up, everybody? All right, what is everyone? So, man, how do we? I wasn't ready to start this. Whatever. Okay, last video you guys saw, turbo manifold, right?
Yep.
Turbo. It's all on. Love that. Intercooler piping. Intercooler. All on. Making progress. But what you guys didn't see was yesterday. I went nuts. Did all new black couplers. You saw it, right?
Got rid of the blue ones.
It does so much for it,
yeah.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
And we got the fancy little band clamps, the ones that look like the bracelets that everyone had in middle school. Remember those?
Yep.
Yeah, pretty edgy.
Edgelord.
I also got really lucky and happened to find the perfect pipe and coupler in my bin of random bullshit that fit perfect. So the intercooler piping is all done.
It's all done.
Banged it out real quick and it looks super freaking cool. So I said I was gonna do it off camera because it's just tedious, but we got all the lines for the turbo ran, coolant line, oil drain, all that stuff. Also routed the wastegate lines. Boom, boom, boom.
They're all back there.
Got to put the boost controller in, right? And besides that, last night I also wrinkle blacked the valve covers.
How'd you do that?
Scuff them, shoot them, done.
It comes in a can?
Yeah, it comes in a can. And then it got new, hardware and stuff, so.
Looks good.
Trying to bang out all the little stuff off camera so we could do like the big, more exciting stuff on camera, right?
What's that? Is that what's on this table back here?
That's what's on this table right here. But Steve, before we get to this table,
Almost
Steve,
got there.
today, right now, as you're watching this video, is our fresh new drop. It's our bootleg tees. That's what I'm calling them, right? The guys actually made a really funny promo, and you guys probably saw it on Instagram, but if you didn't, check it out.
Business is booming, but it's been kind of slow the past hour.
Hey, yo!
That's a whack ass shirt, B. Yeah, that one.
You're right. I don't know what to do. You need this right here.
High quality, one of one, very exclusive, very rare. Several designs.
You guys got one that's red? It's kind of my color.
Do we? Why don't you try this one on? Yeah.
Looking not as whack.
That's way better.
This is sweet. What do I owe you? It's on us. That's what I'm talking about, my guy.
It's a rare condition this day and age to read any good news on the newspaper page. Love and tradition of the grand design. Some people say it's even harder to find. Well, then there must be some magic clue inside these gentle walls. 'Cause all I see is a tower of dreams, real love bursting out of every scene. Days go by, it's the bigger love of the family.
All right, I hope you're laughing right now because you guys killed it on that one. If you want Hot Blow Shop Your Meal, we got 3 t-shirt designs. We only have a limited amount, so don't miss out. They're all banger tees, and well, Hot Blow Shop Your Meal. So today, I have everything laid out that we're gonna bang out today so we can be efficient, right? I just wanna get right to work, get some things done because we don't have a lot of time. The first thing I wanna get into is I want to address the ignition system in the JZ, since the factory JZ coil packs, these things right here, right? Not only are they kind of old technology, they're also kind of stuck in batch fire, which is not something we want to do, right? We have a spark source right here.
Yep.
See this right here?
Yep.
And then we have another source right here that's a plug wire that goes off to another cylinder.
Okay.
So batch fire means it fires 2 cylinders at once.
Gotcha.
We don't want that. We want sequential because it's 2022. We need to grow up.
Get with the time.
So there is 1.5 million different smart coil options out there that you could do, but for me, I like to go with the LS or LQ9, whatever you want to call these.
Why, I ask?
Why, Steve asks? So the reason why I like using these is because they fit great, they're affordable, you can get them at the part store if you need one. If you're at a drift event and you blow one out, you can go right down to the part store, which literally happened to me this weekend.
Right.
And it only burns out because I had eBay coils in there, not because I had OEM ones. And well, it's probably the most affordable option to do so. So to adapt these things to the JZ, it's actually pretty easy, right? So we get JZ coil pack boots, right? So these are the ones that fit in the factory JZ coil.
Yep.
And look at it. Just slips on. It's literally that easy. Like, it's like a cheat code, right?
A little glove.
Because most smart coils are really tall. If you use any other smart coil, they usually stick out and you can't use the cover, which is fine. If you don't want to use the cover, there's probably cheaper options. Or you can go R35 coils, which they make new stocks, but R35 coils are super expensive for not much gains in a street car, right?
Gotcha.
But the only problem is, you see the little terminal on the inside of it?
Yeah.
There's too big of a gap to get to the spark plug. So what you have to do is they have these springs, it's a whole kit, right? That slip on and extend that so it could actually touch the spark plug in the cylinder.
Gotcha.
Boom, that's it.
Oh.
All we have to do now is take this and it just clicks right in. Looks OEM, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. So to actually make sure that thing stays in position, we need a bracket. There's a bunch of different brands that actually make this bracket that hold it in position. The MAP ones are actually probably the best bang for the buck, I've noticed.
That looks nice and shiny.
It looks shiny, right?
Yeah.
The coils literally just slide right into this thing, but the factory bracket's in the way, so we have to take this off. All right, so we take this, bend that back. You see that?
Yeah, you're just taking it off.
And then the whole thing just slides out.
Huh.
So this is like what mounts it to the factory GM cover.
Yeah.
And now we just have a raw coil, and it literally just slips right in.
Money.
And you take this, and it'll just hold that thing
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
right in place. Let's throw these all together.
Let's do it.
It looks dope, dude. Like every part we put on this thing, it just gets so much more exciting. So,
Goddamn turbines and pipes, couplers, and
yeah. Fast. All right, what is next on the list? It's gonna be exciting because it's gonna look like we got a lot done, even though it's gonna be quick, right? So, we have our new coil radiator. If you guys remember, I thought I had one and it was for the 350Z and I was heartbroken. But we found a G6100 one. So if you guys want a coil radiator for your car, up below, Shop Jamio, we're a dealer. We have pretty good discounts on them, so check it out. Okay,
Hey.
so before we put this thing in there.
let's make sure it's the right one.
No, it is right. You can see it.
You can tell?
I can tell right away this is the right one.
You just know?
We have some prep we have to do. So I'm usually an electric fan kind of guy, but this time we're gonna keep it clutch fan, keep it simple, and honestly, the clutch fan just, it works on these things really well.
It goddamn barks.
According to T-Bone, it goddamn barks.
That's sick.
Oh man.
Oh,
No.
Say it ain't so.
I have a 2J water pump on here. It's different. Oh, I'm heartbroken.
No!
See these 4 holes?
Yeah.
I have a 2J water pump, which is kind of an upgrade on these things, right? It's just what you do. The lug pattern here is bigger.
Look at that.
You see that? So this will allow us to bolt it on, but the big issue is this thing's gotta be perfectly centered. If it's not, it's a big issue, right? Because it's gonna be spinning really fast. Luckily, we have this like center dowel right here that I measured and is the same as the pump. So as long as the taper fits, this should fit. Oh, I mean, that works.
That's pretty money to me.
I mean, like I would like more clamping force on it, but I think we'll be fine. Now we can put our fan on our clutch. All right, look at this, easy peas. Wow, that gets really close to the fucking, it's not very cool. I wonder if I need a turbo one. The fan on backwards? No, that's how it's supposed to go. Yeah, that's too close. Damn. All right, we're learning all this together right now, live, right? But this is good because I like this series because this is gonna be a super common swap. Everyone wants 1JZ their chaser because it just makes sense, right? I'm trying to help people figure out the most efficient way of doing so with some extra fancy bits, right?
Yeah.
This is the 1JZ NA clutch fan. As you could tell, it gets super close to the upper water neck, at least the fan does. That's because the cooling system is actually different on the NA motors. It didn't have to account for this. So that means that even though we got it to fit with the 2JZ water pump, the offset is different, right? And it might just be the thickness of the fan blades. And we can't trim the fan blades because if you make this thing unbalanced in any form,
Not good.
it's just gonna be like, it's gonna suck. So we might need a turbo fan blade. It's probably a clutch fan and fan blade everyone uses. And it's probably a couple little bit of Googling away, but I didn't see it.
Couple little bit of Googling. I like that.
But if anyone knows the right combo, let me know. But for now, let's get the radiator in there. Just have it sitting in place. We can start bolting some other stuff up.
Let's do it.
I'll shove this in there for now. We'll figure out the fan situation later. This fits. eBay ass hoses.
What you doing with that?
Making sure the hose doesn't touch it.
Nice work.
Yeah, look at that. Piped up. Can I say that my cooling system's done now?
Technically.
No damn fan though. Fuck. All right, so we're gonna bang out a portion of the fuel system really quick. So of course, guys, DW injectors, we use them in every car, right? DW top feeds right here. They've literally never left us stranded. We've had them in every car here has DW injectors. Even like the Sonda, which had ethanol sitting in it for like a year, would start every time, right? They're insane. They have done us so well, so of course we're gonna go with DW injectors on the Chaser. Straight sixes are easy when it comes to injector sizing, right? You basically match the injector size to how much peak power you want. That's kind of like the rule of thumb, but obviously go a little bit bigger, right? Since we're on ethanol, we're gonna need more fuel, so we went 1,000 cc's, and this will help us get to that like 500 horsepower that we want in ethanol, no problem. And they're just pretty. Look at these things. You gotta remember the JZs have like their own O-ring. You see that thing right there? It's kind of like a big rubber pedestal. And these are meant to sit in the intake right there. Do you see it? Yep, right. It's hard to see, I know. But traditional O-ring won't work in there. JZs kind of have their own seat. So if you're gonna swap your injectors, make sure you get JZ ones, all right? Using your stock fuel rail is perfectly fine, right? It works, but I wanted to upgrade to something else, so we just got a radium rail real quick. Do not forget to lube your injector O-rings, because you will tear them putting them in. And your life will be a pain in the ass when you go to start your car for the first time and fuel is squirting everywhere.
And you gotta take it all apart.
You gotta take it all apart. Everything's covered in fuel. Everything that you just spray painted in your engine bay is now totaled because the fuel got on it. 5 more to go.
Slip her through.
Come on, don't scratch. Ah, clicked right into place. Love that. So the next piece of the puzzle is just playing the fitting games and just matching up the right angle and fittings that we want. Of course, we have the DW fittings. We have, of course, a feed and return on the frame rail, and we're gonna go off of those just to feed the rail, right? Feed and return, easy peasy. That one we're probably gonna bang off camera because it's just tedious and annoying. So it's starting to look pretty complete. We are getting there. We need to figure out something to do with the fans. If we're gonna do E-fans with the shroud, or if we could figure out a clutch fan option, which probably seems very plausible. We're gonna heat wrap the downpipe, get that on. It'll be dope. We have the full intercooler hooked up.
No power steering.
Power steering.
How to shut Jim down.
I know. So the big thing is the non-turbo engines, the power steering res is on the pump. It's right here, right?
Right there.
Doesn't fit with the turbo intake, which sucks because it would have been very convenient. So the Toro V's, which is a turbo model, has a res right here. You can still buy the res new, but you can't buy the bracket new. I've been trying really hard to find a bracket because I just wanted an OEM, but I've had no luck. I was trying to make it so I could just bolt it on and go so we don't have to waste an afternoon making a bracket, but it looks like we're gonna make a bracket for the power steering reservoir, just mount something right
Ain't
here.
nothing new.
Ain't nothing new. But for now, dude, it is coming together. It is close. It's far. We've still got a lot of work to do,
It's not that far though.
but it's close. If you have a 1J sit in your garage, you want to put an S chassis, scrap that idea. Just buy a Chaser, drop it in.
Method Auto.
Method Auto Group, right here.
Right there.
So it's hitting the intercooler piping pretty good right here. This part of the intercooler.
Yep.
It's crazy. I don't think the center's gonna hit though. I thought the instructions said you had to cut the whole center out. That's why we don't listen to instructions around here, Steve. We're gonna see how much we can not cut. I wanna.
That's a mint little tool you got there.
You know?
Dentist tool.
Yeah. Right. This is not the right blade for this. We need like a coarser blade. So let's try and do this nicely. Dude, we're gonna have to cut so much. That's all we got left is like this. So we're gonna have to cut all the way up to this line right here.
I wonder how it's gonna look with the cuts.
So be it. played it real conservative, so there's a lot more I can cut out if I wanted to, but this should be nice and tight.
Nice work, guys. Ryan,
I didn't do nothing, Steve.
how'd he do?
Looks like you did fine. I mean, I haven't seen it on, so I can't really say, but it looks, from the shape, it looks right. I don't know. Clip will clip in.
It kind of looks dope. I really like it.
Like, come look over here. Like, it kind of looks sick. I'm sure it's gonna rub, and you know, the polish of the pipe isn't gonna be perfect, but come on.
I ain't mad about it.
I like this best.
Yeah, it looks like, you know, you look like you're up to something, and I like that. Totally see why a lot of guys cut this whole thing out right here, because it leaves you like optimal airflow to the intercooler, right?
Yeah.
Just don't put a license plate on it. This thing's mint.
Yeah. Maybe I'll cut out like this. You know?
If you're gonna cut it, I say cut it.
I know, if you're gonna cut it, you cut the
Everyone
whole
else
damn
does it,
thing.
you know?
Like, dudes cut the whole thing on. I totally see why. But
You just have to leave this little bit.
I just need these crusty brackets off.
It's hard to see it.
That's
You need hard to see it. It kind of hides it.
It
Just looks good.
It doesn't look as...
You know what's surprising? Like every car ever, the fog lights, you gotta fucking...
The fog lights never fit with intercoolers.
This thing? Look how wide the fog lights are.
Put those things, they put them in the wheel well.
Man, shine the curb up.
That's actually...
Make sure you don't curb your wheels.
That's smart. I didn't think about that. Yeah.
The chaser's just naturally kind of wide, like a wide.
Big, thick girl. Look at that thing.
Yeah,
It's got a large gap between the eyes. A wide schnoz.
good looking car.
Nah, this looks awesome. I'm super pumped. I kind of like that shoved in there look. You know what I mean? You're like, huh, what do you got behind that bumper over there?
I mean, you're not hiding nothing with that, but I think you didn't just fucking hack it up. You know what I mean?
It's like cleavage.
Oh, I like that.
That's a good way to put it.
Absolutely, you're not fucking leaving your tits out there for everyone to see, but a little busty, you know?
That's
Classy cleavage.
classy cleavage, you know?
Steve nailed that.
Man.
Oh, man. I see you. All right, just a taste. I love it. Maybe we'll cut the center out. Probably not. I don't know. I like it. Bumper's on. She's looking complete. Hood I'll put on once we're almost done because I don't want to keep knocking my head on it, but
Looks good.
that's it. The last thing I have to do is we got to restore these headlights, and this thing is gleaming. It'll look factory fresh with just a gangster ass engine bay. Damn, this car is looking really cool, really fast.
It's a good day's work, Joe.
It's a good week. It's just like going. What are you doing over there? Got nervous seeing your chucks. All right, dude, I'm in love with this thing. That is so freaking cool. All right, I'm gonna edit. Gotta go home, edit. You know the deal. Be up all night doing that. So you guys know. Oh, don't forget, don't sleep. Hop low, shop Jamio.
These are out now, and they should be in your shopping cart. You should be buying them right now.
Subliminal Steve. All right. And of course, we have keychains and all this other stuff. So check it out. So you guys know the deal. Like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more content. And Steve,
Have a good night.
Goodbye.